Hey! Hey!
Hey.
Who are you?
I don't know.
Why am I here?
I
This
also
feels
don't
so
know.
weird.
It is weird.
Hey guys! Cache Creek Club coming at you. The usual person is not sitting in the usual place here today, so I'm here.
Yeah.
And playing the part of me today is the stud.
Yeah.
Jackson Forrest in the house on the couch.
Mm-hmm. My
This
job
time
is
he's not sleeping. How's
Yeah.
it going?
It's good. You know, I'm excited to play you. It means I
Hey.
get to sit here and whisper
It's a
edgy
big belly.
things
It's
to
a big
myself.
belly to fill.
It, yeah, it is.
But, you know, I kind of like the desk because it hides it. I'm not so exposed. Having
Yeah.
to suck it in all the time.
I am feeling pretty exposed right now. I may need to
As you
put like
should.
another button up or something like that.
No, man, let it hang.
What a hang.
Let it hang. Open it up.
I will.
Let's see the chains. Got the bling rolling.
Oh yeah.
Woo,
Got
look
my
at that.
dream catcher.
What you been up to?
Just college stuff, man.
Yeah.
Been busy.
Where you at?
MTSU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Studying
Oh yeah. Lots of
Studying
studying.
female anatomy.
Yes. Yeah, I got an A in that class right now.
Sweet.
That's why it's a C minus.
Party 101.
Yeah, lots of parties, lots of girls.
Your parents are so proud.
Yeah,
It's hard-earned money right there.
It's like I come here to spend time with family, and like my dad just like asked me why I don't have a job yet, and what am I doing with my life?
Man, I'm going to school.
Yeah, I'm already doing better than he did.
On that note, we're going. Roll the credits.
Hey.
That was awful. That was awful. Come on, you got to get the inner lep going.
Yeah.
Hi.
I can't do it. I don't think I can.
You can't sit in that chair.
I mean,
You have to slide over one.
I was the first person to sit in this chair. What do you mean?
You were.
I was.
It's gotten much more broken. You see how you're about 6 inches lower than you were.
Yeah, I think I'm like continually sinking too.
Yeah.
Like something grabbed me earlier.
See,
I'm not
you sit there, you get sucked in, and you can't leave. So
Yeah.
that's the secret to having our guests stick around.
Really?
They can't get off the couch.
I was wondering who was in my bed when I got here.
Who's the masseuse? We have a Squatch report today.
Producer?
No Squatch report.
No squash report.
We're good. We're
We're not very
I'm
good
not
at
used to
this.
this here, so we're gonna go right to our guest. Who is our guest today, Jackson Forrest?
It's I don't know. I heard he recently got laid off, so he's like, he's struggling right now.
Unemployed musician.
Yeah, just like another one in Nashville.
Yeah.
Why?
Imagine.
It's the last thing we need here. But it's Kimo Forrest, former lead guitar player for Alabama.
It's not former.
Former
Taking a break.
post on hiatus. Is
Right.
that a good word for it? Kimo Forrest. Yeah, my dad.
Coming at you live from the couch. Not live, I'm sorry. From the couch.
Yeah.
So,
Where'd you get mine from?
Jack and I are going to gang up on it. It'd be fun. Stick
Yeah,
around.
it
This is
is.
going to be fun. Good times. Be right back.
Well, it's always thirsty weather, wherever or whenever. Neither rain or ice or dark or nice is gonna keep us from our rain. When it's hot, we need a cold one. When it's cold, we want a warm up. Yeah, Mother Nature is always in our favor. And right now it's thirsty weather. It's always
We're back. We are back. Look who's on the couch.
Hello.
It's Kimo Forrest.
Man, it's weird over here.
I know.
You're like way up there.
I know. I peer
don't
down
like
upon
it.
you.
I don't like it at all.
How does it feel being the beta male?
This guy smells pretty good, though. He has a good smell to him.
It's bourbon.
Yeah. Suburban.
Suburbial bourbon. Hey, nice shirt, man. Must be going into fall, huh?
Yes, it is. I'm cold. Plus
Rocking the flannel.
it's Morgan Wallen with sleeves. I'm just going to grow out the. What the hell is it called now? The mullet.
Mullet.
What's it called now?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same thing.
It's
in your
always
day.
been the mullet.
Inappropriate.
Inappropriate. Yeah.
I mean,
That's what I'm shooting for.
it's classy.
Inappropriate.
It's classy.
Monty should
I've been
grow his
I've been on
out.
a roll.
Monty, you should grow your mullet.
I am. I'm going.
These last couple of podcasts too, he has been
Yeah,
I've
I've been walking the line.
the edge of the blade, so to speak.
Walking the line. I'm going to behave
Woo!
myself today. We have
Yeah, good.
children amongst us.
No, you have to behave yourself.
I'm 18, man.
These kids need to be educated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's getting highly educated there.
Did you watch the last one yet with the 80s where we visited?
I'm getting to it.
Yeah.
I'll watch
Oh,
it
you like
eventually.
it.
Yeah,
Ray
you
would
like it.
Our buddy. Hey, man.
So why am I the guest?
You are, because we have no one else.
We have no one else.
So, you are in the hot seat.
And I will act like a guest. I'm not the host. I will respond to any questions asked of me.
Oh, good. Got that, Jack? You got him
When
on-
was your last
you
flu
got him
shot?
You got him on film saying that. So
My last flu shot. I'm an anti-vaxxer, man. I don't trust the government. You know what's in those flu shots? Flu.
flu,
That's how it works.
among other things that will make you ill. So they,
right.
you have to buy their medicine.
That's how they get those chips inside you, Jackson.
Yeah.
It's just a flu shot, man.
Oh, it's so much more.
So much more than that.
F stands for
Oh,
follow.
Padawan, you have much to learn.
don't go anywhere.
F stands for follow.
I'm just gonna
L is, what would L be?
We just need to stop.
It's all code, man.
It is.
The flu's an inside job. Let me get close to the
Sorry.
man here.
Sorry. You know where this is going. Hey, so there's not nearly enough time in the universe for us to actually talk about our growing ups. Mm-hmm. So let's just go like we do with the other guests. And when did you come to town? When did you get to Nashville?
How I got to Nashville? Well,
Not how, when?
As you know, oh yeah.
I don't care about how.
When was it, Lonnie?
You
Was
left
it
us in California.
90,
bastard.
yeah.
Dumped us and came here.
94? It was 94, the end of 94, right? Got married in 93. So 94. A year later. You know, well, we came to town, or, you know, am I going to do like a guest, or like you're just the host? Okay.
You're the guest, man.
Yeah, we had a band. We had a band out on the West Coast, and we got about as big as we could out there. We came to town for a showcase for Arista Records. And Steve Williams, when he was there. Chris Dubois, great songwriter. They liked what was going on. We brought him wine. I remember that. We brought wine, remember? And we did our couple of shows, and then I ended up staying, and y'all went back. So so I didn't leave you. Y'all left me.
No, you said,
Yeah.
yeah, this is where I need to be.
Yeah,
There's nothing left for me out there.
yeah, it was.
So
That was it. So I came, and then we was very fortunate in that really early on, like I'm talking like within the first week, I went down to a club here called Barbara's, and there were like 4 or 5 dudes from California that were there that we had all left about the same time. Marino was here,
Yeah.
Ristrom, Kevin Blum. And I'm thinking, my first thought was, crap, I left California to get away from these guys. And they're all here.
They're all here in the same place. Barbara's, Printer's Alley.
No, but it was great. That was a great time back then too, man. I mean, it was like it was all fresh again, like when we first started. Mm-hmm. You know, everything was so new. I was meeting so many talented people. That was when I met Jody Harris. I met him at a party. He was just leaving Kenny Chesney. He was going into a partnership in a studio with Phil Jones, whose wife was the singer for Highway 101 at the time, after Paulette. Chrysalin, that's her name, Chrysalin Jones. And me and Jody and I just hit it off really, I mean, right off the bat. And he's such a talented guy, as you know. I mean, we have 5 of his songs on our new album.
Yeah, and one that he did with Kenny.
What's that? Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm. So then Marino called us, Rick Marino, called us and said, hey, man, the Stockyard is looking for a band. And the Stockyard at the time, the Bullpen, that was the place to go. I mean, it was the happening place, great steakhouse. And down below the steakhouse was the Bullpen Lounge. And it was the hang for all the, you go in there, there'd be Lori Morgan. And, it was just that kind of hangout.
I remember when we went there, when we were in town, we went there, we all went. And
yes.
I was just like, oh my God.
Right.
Was it Michael Twitty was singing?
Yeah, he was there. Doc Randolph.
Wow.
all of them. So the 90s were a great time here. And so it was like, that's when I knew this is, I'm never leaving. I ain't going back, and I ain't been back. But then we started that band up. And
was that Wild Blue Incarnate?
That was Wild Blue, yeah. Wild Blue Part 2.
Part 2. So you went right to it.
Right to it.
Right to it.
Yeah.
Dove right in. Mm-hmm. Didn't have to deliver pizzas or do anything like that.
Well, no, but I was married, and so like they say, what do you call a musician in Nashville without a wife or a girlfriend? Homeless. It's just it's. I had that good steady, so I could chase what I needed, and it was so. But I went from because we did pretty good in California financially. Yeah. My first year in town, even though I was gigging and went right after it, I had $8,000 for my entire year. That was like, oh my gosh! Right. Yeah. Thankfully,
it goes farther here. Though,
right. Thankfully, I was going to say, thankfully, the cost of living was so much lower here. But got in early on, and I was able to. I kind of had that safety net of my wife having a good job, so I could get established. And then
bless her heart,
went on there. Yeah, excellent. Well, absolutely, man. they're the true champions. They're the ones that. So of course, it was all reversed later on, where when I got, then she could stay home. When I got go, that was her plan the whole time.
It was.
Can you blame her?
Yeah, because the time difference, it was so much bigger. Wait, I was at home for a year. You've been at home for 19. What the heck? I'm just kidding.
We'll get more into that since Jack's sitting next to him when we come back. We'll take a break.
Just can't resist the temptation. So you got me sipping your sin.
Hey, look who's on the couch. How weird is this? It's October.
Them Forrest boys.
Ooh. Coming into Halloween, so it's only fitting.
We could be twins.
It's the before and after photo.
Kimo at 18. Kimo at 53.
Yeah.
Except Jack's hair is much shorter.
Yes, I'm working on it. The plan is to get it down to the shoulders.
Yeah,
that's the plan.
Yeah, the beard's rocking. It's pretty strong stuff there.
Thank you.
I could never do that.
Yeah, I got you beat there.
Got me beat there.
I'm working on my Santa Claus. It's coming in. See,
I can see it.
Yeah. Mine's gonna let it go.
No, he's not.
You're not going to.
I cannot do it. It's Papa Smurf all over, and I just can't.
How about the hair though? You gotta let.
I'm gonna let the hair go.
Yes,
I can get on board with that.
Yeah,
do my best.
Let it get real long too, so when you put the baseball cap on, you kind of get that.
Oh no, it's
over your ears.
It goes straight up. Yeah.
Awesome.
You should get an afro. I feel like that'd be a great idea.
Just awesome. So
your uncle had an afro you could not believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the 70s, it was
like Jacob when he had his big afro.
Oh, it was Kalani's was bigger. But, yeah.
Huge. Okay. Are y'all done here?
Yeah. We were just coughed up.
Rolling on.
Are you just putting that on the desk?
Yes.
That's kind of gross.
I'll get it afterwards.
Anyway, where we left off was, where were we? We were in the stockyard.
Stockyard. Mm-hmm.
We were in the stockyard. You've been here what, a year at that time?
Yeah, we had rolled up pretty good there. And
How long
then-
did that Wild Blue last?
After that, we went to the Wild Horse Saloon when it was happening, because Marino got the gig over there.
House band?
Well, first, because Rick Marino in town for a while back there when he was doing country, he was like the deal, and he was working on TV, getting in on TV, and he got the microphone, holding it like that. Hey, I'm Rick Marino, and so they would do that Wild Horse dance party, and he was the host. Him and Katie Cook, I think. What's her name?
Is that right?
So he got in over there.
That was on TNN, right?
Yeah, on TNN. He did like 2 or 3, which is so funny because Dave Fowler asked me if I had ever. No, it was Chris Golden, and I've done TNN several times. I don't know why I said no. Just weird.
It gets hazy.
Yeah, but
All those things that go on, you forget.
yeah, like with the famous John Michael one, the Christmas thing that was on TNN. But so then they needed a band there, and of course, Low Cash were the dance instructors at the time. They weren't Low Cash yet.
Low Cash were the dance instructors.
Yeah, hard to believe, huh? Yeah, and so of course, as the musicians, and we're the musicians. You're just the dance instructors now. Like we're Low Cash. You're just
nothing.
Yeah, I love the earth. I love the world and the life. Life is so
Life
cool.
is so fun.
Man, it's so awesome.
I got to open for them with Jody Medford here just a couple weeks ago out at the barn.
Yeah.
And what they put on was a good show.
Hardest working guys in country music.
They put on a good show. It was enjoyable. It was very tight, but I didn't see any of their dancing, instructing moves going on. But
Yeah. I think they kind of pulled back on that a little
they
bit.
may have, yeah.
When they first started, it was all about it. I mean, they were tush pushing and all of that.
Yeah. Had the hats on and everything. It was the 90s, right?
It was the 90s.
Yeah.
So then after we did that run for a while, we started trying to get some original stuff going, which was unfortunately I know now why, because you were supposed to be here and we're supposed to do this, but that was a good band. It was really good, and we had some good songs. So now, of course, the songs are still alive.
Yeah.
They're with us now. It just wasn't time back
I
then.
guess. I don't know.
But I needed to make some more money, because it was just, even though we had those gigs, they were the premier gigs in town, it's still not enough money to live on. So there was a regional band traveling at the time, was The Chosen Few, was JC and The Chosen Few, which was Jeff Cook. And Mark Ledger was the bass player. And he came to see, we were playing at Barbara's again. I was fronting a little jam down there at Barbara's. And it was one of those nights when, Keith Horn came in, and then Sparky from Skinner, and then all these ridiculous guitar players came in, and we just had the biggest. It was so dang fun. Probably one of my coolest times in music.
That's one of the coolest things of Nashville downtown sometimes.
Sure. And it was like, play everything you know as fast as you can, and as short little space you can. And we were just, it was just so fun. But Mark was there that night. He came up and we started talking. He goes, hey, I've got some gigs, and we're actually and he's like, we're actually playing here next week. Would you, we need a guitar player. And they kind of had a rotating stream of guitar players, because Jeff Cook was the guitar player, but he was busy with another band, right? At the time,
that other band,
right? So they kept rotating guitar players through. So, and they were working every week, which is very similar to what I'm going to be doing now with RT.
right?
And so I took that gig, and we traveled a lot. That was van and trailer, tough time. 4-hour club gig.
JC and the Chosen Few.
JC and the Chosen Few.
Van and trailer.
Yeah, of course. JC wasn't.
The Chosen Few were.
The Chosen Few were. And I remember.
Oh man.
Cookie's legendary for that, though, so I'm not telling tales or nothing.
No.
Everybody knows. But that was like, you play a 4-hour club gig, you've been drinking, and all of a sudden it's like, okay, let's load the trailer up and drive back to Nashville, 8 hours away.
Who's driving?
Yeah, who's driving? You're like,
Who's had the less
oh my
to drink?
gosh. That was hard living. It was hard living. And then, And then a couple years after that, this guy pops up. And it's like, and about the same time as he popped up, like a few months later,
Popped up like, hey,
That's exactly how.
I'm here.
which I was never home.
Your
so
life will never be the same.
I don't know how that happened.
Huh. There's that mail carrier, that creepy garbage dude.
Jacob was wondering who I was when I'd come home. You're not the guy who's here for dinner every night. And then, but with JC and the Chosen Few, we did a lot of the Opry stars. We did the Opry on tour. We were the band for that. We had Stella Parton, Rex Allen Jr. Those kind of Opry people would come through, and we kind of scroll. They would kind of go through as Opry on tour, and then Jody. In the meantime, he had started playing for John Michael Montgomery, Jody Harris. And then their guitar player was getting ready to leave, Jeff Garris, another fantastic player. And he was getting ready to leave. He'd had enough. He was going to quit it all and just fly. He was like a pilot dude. So Marty asked, hey, do you want to come play this John Michael gig?
When we come back,
Oh, my gosh.
into the John Michael years.
Into the Kentucky Triangle.
Oh, boy.
Hey, where will you be November 6th?
November 6th. Oh, gosh, let me check my I know where I'll be. I'm going to be downtown. I'm going to be at the Music City Bar and Grill, which is where you should be, too. November 6th, Cash Creek Club Live.
Number 4.
Number 4, Richie McDonald,
Richie McDonald.
Angela Oliver,
The
The Rollers,
Rollers.
Jamie DeRusha,
Jamie DeRusha, James
James Phillip. I never know what to call him. Hey, you.
That's right. Steel Ivory.
Steel Ivory. So be there.
November 6th.
November 6th, Music City Bar and Grill. Okay.
We should keep that.
We're
in.
back.
We should.
No, I don't think anyone should ever hear about that, Jack.
Really?
So, Kimo Forrest on the couch,
Hey,
over in the sinkhole.
in the sinkhole. It's getting sinker and sinkier.
I like that. The sinkhole.
The sinkhole. So, when we took off, you were delving into the Kentucky world.
That's right. I was going into the dreaded Kentucky Triangle. Many go, few return.
You return. Some get willied.
Yes. So, Kirk Willie, we love you. Let's see. Oh, okay, so Jody Harris was playing with John. He was the acoustic player, harmony singer. The guitar player was leaving, so he asked me if I'd be interested, and I said sure. So then the tour manager, drummer Marty Dillingham, called me and said, "We're having auditions, blah blah blah." And I remember this distinctly. I was like, "I'm not going to audition. Do you want me or do you want or not? Just go out on a weekend. I'm not going to do a cattle call. You know me. Jody knows me. You guys call me. You want me? Why should I audition?" That was the whole thing, and it was kind of, looking back in retrospect.
Wow.
Yeah. It might have been, my ego was pretty strong at that time.
At that time.
I hadn't been beaten down yet. Life hadn't beaten me down yet.
Jack was just born.
He was just born.
just
Yeah,
starting.
I was still. Look at me, strong like bull. I make baby. And and they said, okay, rehearsal is Thursday. We leave Friday. So I went out and was there for 10 years.
10 years after. Yeah. Now this was
Decade goes by.
as far as time frame. This was what, about 96, 7?
That was about 99.
99.
99, 2000, yeah.
And in John's career at that time, it was steamrolling pretty good.
Yeah. He just had the Little Girl was the single at the time. That was a pretty good hit. We were rolling 3 buses. There was the John's bus, band bus, crew bus. So it was good. It was good. It was pretty good living. I mean, we would just, and we had the condo bunks. For those of you who don't know, most buses they have there's 3 levels of bunks.
Coffins.
Yeah,
Basically.
yeah. Sometimes I was on the one where they had 4, and that was a true coffin. Yeah,
Jeez.
but 3 levels of bunks in 4 places. That's the general layout, so you can get 12 people sleeping. When they condo the bunks, they basically take out one of the levels and then raise the one, so it's only 2. So you can actually sit up in your bunk and you can read. So the condo bunks, that's good living, you know.
That's high class on the road.
Sure,
there.
sure.
Yeah.
When you need to get away, you just go in your bunk. You're not, the ceiling's not right there. So that's where it started. And then he had the little girl, which was a good hit.
Great
It
song.
was number 1.
Yeah.
And then we rode like that for a couple years. And then I think the trucks went away on the 3rd year. And every year after that, it just kind of started to go down a little more. Because, I mean, you got to have those hits.
Yeah.
And that was by the time when Napster had come out, and it was the whole industry was changing, and it was
going
all
on
in
its head.
that big deal. And
Yeah.
but John we were still doing 7,500 dates a year, and he'd already been at it. Let's see, because Life's a Dance was 93, so he'd been rolling pretty good for a long time. And then
Well, no, we did all his number 1s in the clubs.
sure. So I think it was about 2002, 2003 when they really cut back, and we all basically got on the same bus, and that was tough living. And then Letters from Home came along, and it was a number 1 song, and then
Boosted the tour back up again.
boosted the tour back up again. Yeah.
Boost up the pay and all that.
And then we got to do the coolest stuff. We get to go to we played the inside ring there at the Pentagon.
The Pentagon.
Yeah. Went to
Was in.
Walter Reed Hospital. Yeah, and when we got the tour of the Pentagon, that was, I don't know if I told you about this. We could go into and the guy, he kind of knocked on a door. On the door, it was just a regular door. It said Army Command Center. I mean, the Command Center.
In the Pentagon.
Yes.
For the Army.
For the Army. And it was
Just because you play guitar.
Folks, I'm telling you, it was just like the movies. I mean, the door opened up, and there was one dude who was because first the guys were like, "Hey, can we come in?" The guy said, "Just a second," and said, "Okay." And as we walk in, the dude's taking a curtain and closing it over all of these screens that are around the room, and you can see it said, as he was closing it said Philippines, and then all
those satellite
and there was a
feeds,
dude
man.
at every desk that had a thing in, and it was like, oh my
Command
gosh,
center at
yeah,
the
it's like this is a
Pentagon.
movie, and we're just standing there, just looking at it all, and it was pretty awesome. It was really awesome. And then we went. After that, they took us. We went to Walter Reed Hospital, and John actually went in, and I'd never seen him. He was so moved when he came back. I mean, he was just like, he just said, "I just feel so unworthy," is what he was saying. Like, because those guys all, "Thank you for that song," blah blah blah. And John gets back in the bus. I mean, he was doing his thing. Thank you and all that stuff, and get better. But here's these kids, some missing legs, some,
Yeah. 18, 19.
and John's like, "Man, I didn't even write that song." He just felt so. But then we told him, "But you're giving him this. This is." So but John's pro all the way, and he knew what to do. But it was in those quiet moments away where he's like, "Man, I'm so not worthy of this." These kids are the heroes.
Right.
But we met some amazing people at that time. Like one of the guys who was our main liaison, his wife was our liaison. They had been married for 20-something years, and they added up the time that they had actually were in the same room, and it was 3.5 years of their 20 years. Yeah, they had spent but they believe they're true believers. That's why that's one of the things why when you have an experience like that, we did cool stuff like that for 2 years, just off of that song. The things that we got to do, the things we got to see.
Been to the
So
White House.
awesome. Yeah. That's when we got to meet Bush a couple times, George W. Bush, and I got my Rumsfeld thing over there. But but it was so cool, and it's funny how I think I was forever changed from that experience, because when you can see those faces and see. I mean, my dad was in the service, but he didn't talk about it. It was a different era, and my uncle was, and he didn't talk about it. But then just to see those, and then when you have kids that are as old as these heroes and warriors, when they're in there, and you see what their sacrifice that they have made, it makes you so mad when you see people taking this stuff for granted. It's like it really changed me, and I like to think for the better. But yeah,
I guess that's still debatable.
That's still debatable.
We'll find out.
Right.
Yeah,
Figure it out.
All because you play guitar.
all because I play a stupid guitar, man. Yeah, doesn't seem right.
Not worthy.
No, not worthy. No.
Hey, no, it's good stuff though. So we're gonna come back after this, whatever commercial our silly mugs are put together this time. We're gonna move into the next.
This
the
stuff's
next
getting
era.
heavy, man. I don't know. I'm getting affected.
Good.
I'm affected.
Dance, dance, dance with the dinosaurs. Dance, 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 laugh and roar. Dance till we can't dance anymore. Dance, dance, dance with the dinosaurs.
Hey, we are back with Kimo Forrest on the couch, and that other dude over there
Yes. Who's also on the couch.
must be fall break or he got kicked out or something. But here he is.
Yeah, hey, let's keep it down, man.
Okay, sorry. Glad to have you. Glad to have you while we got your pops in the spotlight.
His mom doesn't even know about that.
Oops.
He's been telling her he's going to school. And he knows he's here every night.
He's here filming podcasts. Hey, this is part of your teachings at your course in school. So
Yeah, it's like I have trouble, and like my band members are like, yeah, just come crash here. So it's like, okay. So that's what I'm going
you can
with.
always come home.
It is a little awkward when like I bring a girl with me, and like my two buddies are like, yo, like, what are you doing here? It's only happened twice.
Good to know. Moving on.
Moving on.
So where we left off.
Well, yeah. There's so many places to go with that.
We're gonna.
I mean, it's just that we can just go here, we can go there.
We're-
That was last week,
We're
right?
steering it back in the
Okay,
lane
yeah.
here.
That was
we,
last
we don't
time.
want to get into
I was
that.
giving it to you guys. I was giving it.
Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, I've trained him to set me up after all these years.
I was hoping we'd go somewhere, but you guys just looked at me.
No, we're not. We're not. We're coming out of the John Michael era on the road with your dad.
Great times. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. Yeah. When it was time to leave, it was time to
And
leave.
during all of that time was this one and the other one come along.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
life on the road as a new dad,
Yeah.
can't even imagine.
Well, I will say, I remember one of the funny things about this, when you're sitting there and it's Wednesday night and you're getting ready to leave, and this one's like, crying, and Mama's got him there, and hey, neither of you has slept all week, and you're like, honey, I'm so sorry, I've got to go. I wish I could stay. You're crawling to the bus. You're like, oh, thank the Lord, I'm going to get some sleep. You crawl in your bunk. You wake up and sound check the next day. And then that's way inside. Like, if I could, I gotta go make the money. I'm so sorry.
What a saint.
I know. And she's like, you're right. I don't need to sleep anyway. It's been, I haven't slept since the last baby. So and you're like, and then yeah.
What was that like on your side, Jack?
I don't
you
remember
remember?
it very well. Like at all, actually.
You just blocked that
Yeah.
out completely.
How about
I mean-
later on though?
Later on. What do you mean?
Later on in life, like, you know,
There's 18 years between.
Oh,
you know.
yeah. Yes, gotcha.
Yeah,
I mean,
you just moved out.
yeah, it feels like I've been there forever. Man. Yeah, I do remember all the strange men coming home when you weren't there, and just like
This guy.
the neighbors.
There's no way. I can't deny him. I can't say he's not mine.
Yes.
And I deserve it all. He's such a little me. Just kills me. Yeah. I get it. I get the joke. I get it.
Well played, Jackson. Well played.
That's about all I remember.
Well played. That's all we needed. That was perfect. Yeah.
It's no accident.
Excellent.
It's no accident though that, you know, he has chosen his path. You know, I mean, from early on, he was up there on stage. You know, and
Because you forced me to.
yeah.
Like, I didn't have a choice in any of that stuff.
You did too.
I didn't.
This guy.
I remember one
You
time
had nothing
I was-
to do with it for 17 years.
I mean,
This guy.
All of a sudden, he picks up a guitar, and now he's Jackson Forrest.
That's right.
it happens.
All the seeds were planted. They just hadn't germinated yet.
Yeah. Jeez. Anyways, moving on. So after John Michael, that kind of it ran its course,
It did.
and it was time to move on to other things.
I did get to co-produce his last album, which was pretty cool. There were some great songs on it too. The Time Flies, that was the last record. He was launching his independent label at the time, you know, and you know
We did the video for that one.
Yes, you're in that video. Yeah, that's a great song too, isn't it? Huh?
She Ever Went Away.
Yeah, if you ever went
If you
away.
ever went away, yeah,
That's a great record. Great record. I'm real proud of it.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, most of y'all know that. Well, he's been touring with Alabama for almost a decade now. I don't know if we need to touch on that at all. Other than there is this one opportunity that you had with Alabama. I mean, there's so many.
Yeah.
There's the one where Steven Tyler was on stage next to him. Steven Tyler was on stage next to him,
That's awesome.
singing.
It's kind of a big deal.
I got to
Jeez.
go. I got to go. Ba-da-da-da.
That's pretty cool.
That was awesome.
I mean, come on. Of all things, that's
well,
pretty cool.
And there's a pretty funny story about that too, because the drummer, I can't remember his name, and Brad Whitford, he's the other guitar player, right? Brad Whitford. He came up, and this was like Alabama's first gig in 2010. And
Private party.
It was a private party. Yeah, Mitt Romney
Up in the Hamptons.
yeah, Clint Boyer. I mean, it was
stupid.
Every time I talk about this gig, it's like I'm telling somebody, "Man, I had this dream last night. I was playing with Alabama, and look at the audience, and there's Mitt Romney, and then Mike Helton from NASCAR, and Clint Boyer, and it was like 100 people there." And then right in front and center was Aerosmith. I mean, that sounds like a dream, doesn't it?
These things just don't happen for normal people.
And that was the actual deal.
That was the moment you peaked.
Yeah. And then, and of course, Randy, you know, he says, "You guys ain't getting out of here without getting up and doing a song," you know. So
Pointing to Steven Tyler.
yeah,
Aerosmith.
and it was the drummer, him, and Brad Whitford. Joe Perry wasn't there because him and Tyler were still, you know. And so they get up on stage, and Brad Whitford is heading right for me, and I grabbed my guitar like this, and I said, "No." And I said, "Grab Randy's guitar," and he did. He picked up Randy's guitar, but I'm like, "I am not going to miss out on this." And then Tyler had his sash on his side, and he untied that thing and tied it on the microphone, man, and the air just went out of my lungs.
All of a sudden, it was
It
Steven
was
Tyler.
like, and he was like, "Wow," you know, do that stuff, and the drummer, and I went, "Come on!" Right next to him. It was like, holy crap, man! That was my first gig with Alabama. I'm all, this is gonna be great.
That's
That's after
that
playing.
just doesn't happen.
Yeah, no, that's after playing "Feel So Right," Mountain Music, all this stuff
All
that
those
we
years.
loved for all. Idolized those guys.
And that gig came about because of your days in the van and trailer and JC and the
Chosen Few.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. When Cookie said, "Hey, we're going to go back out again. You think you'd want to?" I was like, inside I'm like, "Absolutely."
Got the money. What's the money?
Yeah, I said, "What are you paying?"
Am I riding in a van this time?
Yeah. You can put me in that dang van again. Have to take a driving shift, are you? Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's been great. Got to see Randy last week. That was pretty cool.
awesome.
I haven't seen him since the light. He looked real good, so it was good. I got a little emotional, man. It was weird. I didn't know how much I was affected by it. So
Dang, we're out of time. I wanted to talk about your time with the Five Presidents.
Oh, we can get that.
Touch on that.
Yeah, we still got time.
We're talking about the live side, but we want to get into the studio side.
Yes.
So we're gonna do another segment.
That's
we'll
my
be back.
favorite.
Kimo on the couch.
You're my one temptation, the one I can't refuse. My one and only weakness is you. If you ever tell me that I have to give you up, it's just gonna kill me, 'cause I can't live without your love.
We're back. We're back. Hi. Kimo on the couch. We were just talking about his first gig on tour with Alabama, and he's on stage with Steven Tyler and Aerosmith.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It was crazy. Very cool.
And then after, you get the total rock star experience.
Oh, yes. We're all standing there. Of course, I'm an outlier. I'm not, because it's Randy and it's Tyler, and then I think Boyer was in on it too. Clint Boyer. He's in. He's
dropped to the side.
He's in the middle of everything. And
Hello? Hey, man. Yeah, no, it's cool. I'm on my way.
gives us the peace.
Yeah, I got my stuff.
Yeah. Hey, it's
We were just talking about rock star
right.
exits.
rock star exits, and there it is. That was a rock star exit.
Jeez.
Yeah.
You see how we rate.
That's pretty funny.
Wow.
He actually wrote that whole little scene right there. That was good.
Wow.
I'm proud of him.
Oh, that was staged?
Yeah. I can't let people believe he's that respectful. I mean, that disrespectful.
right.
Yeah. So
No, that's a rock star diva move right
yeah,
there.
it was great. It was awesome.
Total diva move.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So yes. So Mike Helton, who's president of NASCAR at the time, Clint Boyer is the driver, Randy Owen, Teddy, Cookie, and Tyler. They're all saying, I don't know where the other Aerosmith are. I mean, they've kind of probably wandered off somewhere else, and maybe to the woods like you used to do.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. And they're all standing there talking, and, we're kind of crowded around, and this very attractive woman comes up and says, "Mr. Tyler, your ride is ready." And then all you go, "Oh, hey, guys, gotta go," and then he leaves, and also we hear, the freaking helicopter starts up. It's out backstage there, and we all, even Randy, we all go out there and we look, and that thing just goes, and there he goes, man.
Goes Tyler in
We're
his
just
helicopter.
like, holy crap, man.
That's how you roll in the big leagues.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, it was surreal. It was surreal.
What do we would call our Uber?
Yeah.
Hey, man, can you give me a ride?
Yeah.
Gosh, that's nuts. Then you had one other very notable experience with the guys when you had the opportunity to play for the Five Presidents, the five
Yes.
living presidents.
The 5 living presidents. That was really cool. That was that. It was for the flood relief, right? Was it flood down in Houston there? Is that where we played, or San Antonio? I can't remember.
I wasn't there.
It was someplace in Texas, yeah. But yeah, the 5 living presidents at the time. Yeah.
From at the time was
Bush, both Bushes.
both Bushes,
Clinton, Obama, and
back to Carter.
Carter, yeah. Trump was not there.
Trump was not there yet.
Yeah. Oh,
So-
I shouldn't have said that word because now our recommended is going to be populated with. Oh, that's isn't that crazy? Yeah, we don't want to get off on that. But
Maybe
yeah,
it'll go viral.
yeah, maybe. But it was very cool. It was very cool. They had a bunch of performers there. Lady Gaga, John Legend, I believe, was there, and Alabama. It was great. Very cool. Quite a surreal experience.
Yeah, those things just don't happen. I mean,
No. And it was wild being off the side there. Oh yeah, Sam Moore, and to see former President Obama walking down the steps, going, "I'm a soul man." You know, what I mean, even though it was him, it was still like you're like, "Oh, he's like a dude, man." You know, it was pretty crazy.
with charisma that lights up. the
Oh
entire
yeah,
room.
yeah. He'll fill the room, man.
Yep.
Wow,
Yep.
scary charisma.
Yeah.
But it was pretty cool to see that, you know, to see the humanity, I guess, for lack of a better term.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's cool stuff, man.
Yeah.
And in between all that Alabama and John Michael stuff, you had this other little project going along.
Woohoo!
These yo-yos.
Yeah.
Cash Creek
yeah.
Band.
That's why we say there's no sleep around
There's
here,
no
Monty.
sleep around here, man. Yeah.
No, it's, you know, in the DIY world of where we are, you know, when you're footing the bill, when you're doing it all, it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
Very rewarding, but a lot of work. And I wouldn't trade it. I mean, I think I'm of all the things that, you know, I've been able to be a part of, you know, or a party to. You know, it's still my baby, and it fills me the most is Cash Creek, because, you know, we built that house. Like you know, John built his house. Randy, Teddy, Jeff, and Mark built that house. You know, we're just the main, you know, the painters that come by and touch it up. You know, right. But Cash Creek, we built that house, man.
We're still building.
We're
that
still
house,
building
man.
it.
It's
That's right. So
24/7
yeah.
deal. On those lines, though, you know, everybody knows Kimo the guitar player. There aren't that many that know Kimo the producer, the studio guy, the dude that puts out incredible albums, because everybody takes his stuff and he gets no credit for it. But I mean, come on,
Work for hire. You know,
you've been hired as an engineer. You've been hired as a producer. You've gone into studios downtown, which you could name off quite a few that you've worked for, like all of them.
sure, yeah.
There's some pretty heavy hitters that you've worked for in the studio, have recorded.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, I mean, you start naming them off. They're all in there.
I mean, like who
Yeah.
artist wise or
Hank Jr.
musicians? Oh yeah,
Bocephus. You're in the studio with Bocephus.
Yes. This is a cool story too. Can I tell this story? I get to record Hank Williams Jr. and he comes walking in, and you know, as the engineer producer on the project, I walk up to him and I'm all, well, you know, first of all, he's an hour and a half late, and the reason why he was late because he wanted to wear his Jerome Bettis jersey that day, so he made the limo go back to the hotel. I don't know. He had but it was 36 and it was Steelers. It was Bettis. He can do what he wants to do. You know, he's Hank Jr. So he comes in and I go out and I shake his hand and I say, "Hello, Mr. Williams. I'm Kimo. I'm your engineer for the day, producer." And he just proceeds, "Oh, hey, Kimo," you know, and then he's got to tell, and he's like, "I was leaving today, and there was this turkey right outside by my drive, and I was thinking, man, I wish I had my gun. I'd have taken him down right there. It was a good, you know, he had this beard, and this is like, I'm serious. That's what he led with. It was like I had known him forever, like we were turkey hunting buddies." And, you know, of course, everybody's standing around. You don't stop him in the middle of a story. You know, we're like,
you don't cut off Bocephus.
we're already an hour and a half late, you know.
Wow.
That's a quick one, huh?
Wow.
Yeah.
Now we have to come back.
Okay.
We got it. I mean, we're talking about Bo Cephas here.
Yeah.
We're talking about this is Tyler of country music.
That's right.
He flies around helicopters too.
He sure does.
We'll be back.
I think he hunts from them.
What are we talking about?
CashCreekBand.com.
Yeah, man. Spiffy new website. It's slick. Thanks to our buddy Sean.
You can get everything Cash Creek there. Let that be your starting point when you go exploring around the world of Cash Creek.
Absolutely. You can even get to YouTube channel from that website right there, and you can catch up on all of our fabulous Cash Creek Club
That's right.
podcast webisode thingamadingies.
That's CashCreekBand.com.
.com. That's right.
See you there.
We're back. We gotta keep this rolling here because people don't know these things.
There's a lot to do, huh?
They don't know.
We crammed a lot in 50 years, didn't we?
So where we were, you were in the studio with Bo Cephas.
Bo Cephas, yes, and he made a guest appearance on one of Cookie's albums. And
Cookie is in Jeff Cook.
Jeff Cook, yes, I'm sorry. And like I said, you can tell the man's never met a stranger. He's wide open. And like I've said before, I think the only person who could even relate to his experience would be like Dale Earnhardt Jr., to be the son of a legend.
Right.
And so I think, we could never even understand what kind of life he's had.
No.
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 And
You're the son of Hank Williams.
But I'll tell you what, he sure did carve out his own niche, didn't he?
Did.
Yeah. Give him a lot of credit for that because
Yeah.
he didn't do anything like his dad except party and stuff.
Yeah.
But his music was his own.
But Cornbread and Iced Tea took the place.
Cornbread and iced tea, that's right.
Pills and 90 proof.
It sure did.
Bo Cephas was a big part of our
Yes.
upbringings. We never talk about him enough. We never give him enough credit. But
He ruled the 80s.
yeah, he did.
Like 3-time entertainer of the year, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And he was.
Nashville wasn't real friendly with him, and
Well, yeah.
it's kind of like Toby Keith now. He just
Sure.
could give it 2 rips.
You know what I've been surprised by is how, in hearing the guys talk, how unfriendly Nashville was to Alabama.
Which you would never,
Right.
You'd never think
They
because
sure-
they've won Entertainer of the Year how many
Right.
times?
Right. But they sure use them when they want them in their stats.
Have they been inducted into the Grand Ole Opry yet?
No, they're not Opry members.
See,
But they're in the Hall of Fame.
they're in the Hall of Fame.
But they're not members of the Opry.
They're not members of the Grand Ole Opry.
Yeah.
So,
They shook things up, though. They were like the Florida Georgia Line of their era. And it's so funny when Randy said that. Like he said, these guys remind me of us. Because, I wasn't a big fan of Florida Georgia Line. He's a fan. And the more you think about it, you're like, wow. They really did came up and shake up the town, shake the formula.
Yeah.
And, of course, FGL is not, they're not that embraced by town. They're working at it. I mean, you can see them now trying hard to really be Nashville based. Like they keep all their businesses here, which is another thing about country music people forget, which might have been the thing about Alabama when they were so rooted in Fort Payne and had their Alabama thing that I think maybe the local powers that be, because country music is a local business.
It sure is.
Davidson County, man, that's where it comes to.
It all happens here.
Right. So if you're going to succeed and be part of the party, you're going to have to bring some of it back to old Davidson County. I mean, that's political. That's a way behind the curtain, but that's, yeah.
That's how it rolls.
And you start to see that in the people. George Strait, how many years he wouldn't even come to the CMAs. Because that's Mr. Texas. That's Mr.
Right.
San Antonio,
Yeah.
Start to put all that together.
But it happened.
Mm-hmm. You did.
And Entertainer of the Year, how many times?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's interesting. Glad we have Davidson County on our license plates. Maybe we'll get a turn.
Maybe we'll get a seat at the table. One of these
Pay the
days.
property taxes. Come on now.
That's right.
Kick us some 11.
Yeah.
No, that's pretty crazy.
We'll be like the Samuel Jackson character in Django. Well, everybody else is at the table there. Woo!
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay.
we're talking about Kimo, the producer,
Sorry.
engineer.
Kimo, the wannabe comedian, always comes up.
So. No, you've sat in the room downtown behind the control consoles for a lot of big names.
Yes. And then a lot of fantastic stuff that was never released or didn't quite, didn't for whatever reason didn't catch on. So that's what I decided a long time ago. That I'm not going to pick a hit. That's not because I think we listen to music differently. I think what touches people, what outside of all the political and the money aspect of it, one thing about all those big hits, even the songs we don't like, there's something that resonates with an audience. Whether if it's just the constant pounding of it in their ears that they're getting hammered from so much promotion of it, and it just finally becomes part of their everyday. And there,
That's part of it. I think there's a beat, there's a frequency.
Yeah.
In that 1465 configuration.
True. Yeah.
That just resonates.
Yeah.
People do listen.
Everything is Learning to Fly by Tom Petty. That same progression.
Yeah. I remember when we were back in the old Pope Valley days. You were on that 4-track making our demo tapes.
Yeah.
And your dad.
Yes, sir.
Back then, and you were bouncing tracks.
Right.
4 tracks became 8, became 12,
Right.
became 16, and
Yeah. And then now it's unlimited.
Pro Tools. Yeah.
So funny, yeah. But yeah,
You've been recording. For
goodness
a very
gracious,
long time.
Since I remember the first multi-track I did with Dad when he had the Real to Real thing. I played. Remember, it was hilarious because I played guitar, a rhythm track, and then a lead track for Third Rate Romance. And he just had the two and sang it, and that was like my first multi-track recording. And that was like spare parts days. That was shortly after I learned how to play guitar, like when I was 13.
Yeah.
So I guess
cool.
guess I've been involved in that for like 40 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Hard to believe.
Yeah.
But yeah, and there's a lot of stuff I'm proud of. I'm really proud of the Kaylee Starr album, Shine. I think that's unbelievable. Fantastic.
Oh, it's great.
That's probably one of my
Production's
favorite
great.
albums. I'm real proud of all the stuff we've done. The other I'm trying to think. I've done so many. The Mercy Shine piece pretty tight.
Yeah. Hey man, Duo of the Year.
Yeah, Duo of the Year.
Josie Music Wars Duo of the Year. That
But yeah, and I think it is, especially now with, my main job on hiatus, that people know that I am for hire.
Yeah, I mean, full production studio right here.
Yeah.
Right here with extremely high quality recordings, and I'm proud of what you've done too. With Cass Creek stuff, it's all done here.
It's all done here.
There's no outside involvement.
It all
by
happens here,
anyone.
Monty.
It all happens here. Yeah. So what's coming in the future for CCB Nashville, which is
CCB Nashville. Yeah, we really want to become like the full service deal. CCB is kind of our umbrella company over. We do music videos too. We've done our
music videos.
Yeah. The last, the One and Only Weakness, Keith Trainwater,
Right.
did that one.
What a great.
Yeah. That should have been Video of the Year.
Should have been video.
We got
of the year.
screwed.
Yeah,
I'll say it right now.
We did. We got hosed on that one.
But and full on recordings, our publishing.
Mm-hmm.
So we really want. I think we're going to try to move in 2020 CCB Nashville to the forefront of being a player. One that people talk to. Or that people say, kind of like where, we got to the point where people would say like, hey, well, what's Ohana Music got going on? Any songs over there? Back in the day when the publishers were looking and stuff, they want, or when artists were looking, they kind of checked in, but Ohana Music Group is all Kirk Willie now, man.
That's all Kirk Willie, yeah.
Go
That's all.
fly, my little
now.
bird, yeah.
CCB Nashville, full service music outfit company.
Yeah, that's us, baby.
Yeah, man.
That is us.
Yeah, man.
Maybe we can start live recording them Cache Creek clubs for real. And,
We're working on that. We've got Stage Right Sound.
Stage Right Sound, that's right. They're coming in.
Yep.
Thank the Lord for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we can touch on that a little bit in the closing segments.
Okay.
We got to go to the next commercial.
These things do fly by, don't they?
Fly by.
Wow.
It's different sitting over there, isn't it?
It's way weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
I don't think I like it.
Nice change.
Hello? Stokes, this is Kimo. Where are you? The camera crew's here. We're shooting the video today.
That was today?
She got my heart wrapped around her finger. She got a smile that I can't resist. She got a way of calming my rough waters with nothing more than a tender kiss. She's got it going on in all the right places, I believe. She's got it all, lucky for her, yeah, she got me. No doubt about it, she got me. She got my name when I gave her a diamond. She got my number and I'm glad she does. She got a king size hold on me, and I hope she never lets go, because she's got it going on in all the right places, I believe. She's got it all, lucky for her, yeah, she got me. No doubt about it, she got me. Lucky me. She's out of my league. She could have any man in the world, but she chose me. She's got it going on in all the right places, I believe. She's got it all, lucky for her, yeah, she got me. She's got it going on in all the right places, I believe. Lucky for her, yeah, she got me. No doubt about it, she got me. Lucky for her, she got me.
That's a wrap.
Hey,
Hey, look at that.
what are you doing over
We
there?
just instinctively sat down where we.
What are you doing over there?
Hey, big applause for Monty. You did a great
had your-
job.
Woohoo!
You were awesome.
It was fun.
I didn't like it over there.
No,
feel
it's
so
like the lights are all on you.
You feel so exposed.
You are. You are. Good stories. We just barely skimmed the surface of highlights of your journeys, but
Yeah, there's so much more to tell. It's funny. Like when we had Dave Fowler on that time, and he was saying how you don't realize how much you've done or
right.
what's going on until you sit down and talk about it. And I was just like, and then each story leads to another story
Right.
because you're just living your life
Just
going
living
along.
these things. Well, these events just pile up.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you're going on to
and-
the next one. You forget.
Yeah, and there's so much more to tell. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
There is so much more to tell.
wow.
We could have 25 segments on just our youth. Pre-Nashville.
Yeah, we never even touched on that.
No, we have to get into that
Our
later.
experiences as young men. And,
Another time, maybe.
jeez, yeah.
It's 40 years of
We
that.
should have done that first. We should have went back and touched on all of our teenage years and stuff because it would explain everything that happened later on down the line.
Maybe not.
Yeah. Maybe that would be a prequel. We'll just do it like that.
Hey, we don't have to do things in order anymore.
That's true.
Marvel doesn't give a crap about timeline. They just make stuff up and throw it in.
That's Star Wars too.
Why bother? We just let it roll.
Yeah.
Let it roll.
Let it roll.
Is that Mel McDaniel?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember covering that song in my Pride days.
So we're gonna pick a new single here pretty soon, aren't we?
I guess.
We've got another. We're gonna have 2 coming out.
We are. Yep.
One's going to the inspirational charts.
Right. Yep. Jesus saved me. We're gonna put
Featuring
that out.
Chip Davis.
Yep.
That
Fantastic song.
I'm not sure what the timeline is on that, but we'll let the good people know.
Yeah.
And then we still haven't. We don't know when our next follow up is going to be. The One and Only Weakness, but big thank you though, fans, to your support of One and Only Weakness.
We got to number 60 on Music Row, man.
60 on Music
we
Row.
were head toe to toe with the big dogs.
Yeah.
And
old dudes,
yeah,
just old dudes,
just a couple old dudes
playing country music.
Yep. Yeah. Pretty
Yes.
fun.
Yeah.
Pretty fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm real proud of that song. Proud of the video. Keach just killed it on that.
Yeah.
Kaylee and Ryan just. My goodness.
They're great. Yeah. I tell people because people thought they were ringers, especially Ryan. And I mean, they're just natural. I mean, Kaylee, of course, she has a theater background
Right.
and stuff, but
Ryan didn't. He'd never been in front of camera before in his life.
and he didn't know us from Adam either.
No.
Boy, he just came out, walked up.
Had no idea who we were.
Yeah, we didn't tell that story about how the video shoot day, Kaylee was sick.
Yeah.
So here goes Ryan in a state he's never been before.
Gets in an Uber
Gets in an Uber and goes to the firehouse up there
in Cheatham County.
to be with guys that he doesn't even know who
He's
they are.
no idea where he's going or what he's doing.
And just hammered it out like
Yeah.
that, man. That's cool.
Yeah.
What a great dude, man.
Yeah. Ryan Adams.
Yeah. Hope he comes out again.
I'm sure he will.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Hopefully he comes with Kaylee. She's coming out
She's
November.
coming November, yeah.
Yep.
We'll be talking about that. We got some shows. Pretty cool stuff going on. For her.
You're hitting the road with RT
Yep.
through the rest of the year. Is that right?
Yes. I'll be with RT Johnson for the rest of the year. I do have I think a date here and there, outside of RT.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if I can say it yet. What it is.
Right.
But
That'll
yeah.
come up when it comes up.
it'll all come up when it comes up.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then RT is coming here, beginning of the year.
That is the plan. He's
RT
making the
Johnson.
big jump.
That's right.
Coming to Nashville,
Gonna go for it.
bringing his Carolina all the way over here.
That's right.
Wow.
Hey, mumble rap went really big.
It
Speaking
did.
of that, you know what's funny? I mean, I guess I should explain the tie because we always say RT mumbles and he's like the mumbling country singer. So mumble rap was a big deal with I can't remember some of the people, but I saw a dude, an old school rap guy, going on a rant the other day about
Really?
mumble rap and going, saying, this ain't rap, you gotta, and I thought you could take that out and just insert country in there. It was the same argument,
Right.
man. It
This
was
isn't
so
country music.
funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
He goes, when we started rap, it was, we were telling people something. You gotta understand what we're saying, we had a story to tell. Now, what is this mumble rap? He's just going on. I'm thinking, wow.
That's funny.
Yeah, genre to genre, man.
to
It
genre.
doesn't matter.
It's all the same.
Yeah, it's just
The new waves come in and the old ones complain.
Yeah, yeah. Every generation blames the one before.
That's right. Yeah, nothing new. Nothing new.
No. But it struck me as very, very funny. But I think it's the kids that drive that stuff, and they make the music their own. like how we are so, when we hear Bryan Adams or Def Leppard or something like that, that's our music. That takes us to there. Where at the same time, like when you hear some of that psychedelic stuff from the '60s, there's an old hippie somewhere going, "Oh man, that's our music."
Same feeling. Yeah, where I'm going,
Yeah, we're going.
I can stand it.
I know. How did you listen to that?
Yeah.
Come on, baby, let my fire.
Yeah.
Like the 20-minute version. Right. It's like, and there's some dude go, it's music to my ears. We're like, yeah.
Hey, we're not dissing on the Doors, by the way.
Oh,
we're
no.
just making a point.
Yeah. Just yakking.
Yeah.
Just two dudes yakking. Yeah. I didn't like it there. You're in the hot seat already. We're gonna do a Monty show one of these days.
I got nothing to tell.
You got everything to tell.
Got nothing to
It's
tell.
always the quiet ones.
I have not seen or done nearly half the things.
The Blue Ninja.
I just got here. I don't have any stories yet.
Well, it's all good. You're a part of every one of my stories, man.
I have no stories that I can tell in this format.
You're a part of everyone.
Yeah, it's different sitting over here, huh?
Yeah.
You did good.
I did I?
Yeah,
I thought you did
good.
great.
You did good. It's not easy, but you turn the camera on and he just goes. Yeah. Quite the journey.
It's because I think I'm funny.
Yeah. Some people do too. I laugh occasionally. Hey, but you laugh occasionally at my silliness.
I laugh at your stuff often. You hear me in here
'cause I'm a
laughing at your
dork.
stuff.
Dorks are us.
Usually afterwards. Now,
Are my flip flops on camera?
RT's going to make me feel like Dave Chappelle. Guy laughs at everything I say, man. Hey, RT, what's for lunch?
Yeah. Sorry, RT. He's my favorite Carolinian, man. I love that guy. We're going to run out of time.
We will see you at the Cass Creek Club with Richie McDonald.
Yeah. Yes. Coming up.
And Mercy Shine guys are wanting to come back in December.
I know. Well,
Gosh.
that's unsolicited, man.
Yeah. That's right. They got to go through our people. That lineup doesn't just happen.
Jumping out of the chain.
We
here.
put thought into that lineup.
Yep.
We have focus groups.
We do.
Yeah. It's like, are you ready to see Mercy Shine again in December? Will it ruin your Christmas if you see Mercy Shine in December? Right. Stuff like that. We got to get that information.
We have to delve into the social impact of the whole thing.
Absolutely, and it is an impact.
Yeah.
They just don't understand it, Monty.
I mean,
Matt does. I think it's all Jason.
Could be. Mercy Shine.
Oh, we love them.
Yep.
That's
It's a
how we do
SmackDown.
it.
There's
No.
no escape.
No escaping the SmackDown.
You're gonna get it. Yeah. You hear the thingy going. We gotta go. See you guys.